What's up, guys? It's B Wade. I'm going to give you my 5 favorite NBA props for Wednesday's playoff games. Just going to show you that research, the analysis, all of the data that helped me come to the conclusion that I wanted to take these picks and put my money on them, and hopefully give you enough data so that you guys can make informed decisions as to whether you want to tail or not with your money. Looking at Monday, because right now it's Tuesday, but it's only 7:30, so I don't know how the Tuesday picks went. Looking at Monday's picks, free picks went 3 and 2, but we did miss one on each slip, unfortunately. So both slips missed. Both misses were close. Jalen Duren, we took under 22.5. He had 24, 25, and then Zubac, we took over 17.5 points. He had 16, right? The other three all hit. Looking at VIP, we went 5 and 2 on game picks, a really solid night. We did go 1 and 1 in NBA game picks, but overall 5 and 2. We also cashed 2 VIP slips for NBA games, so solid night in VIP, guys. If you want to get in VIP and start getting all these picks sent to you, there's 2 ways to jump in. You can either use code NBA, you'll get 80% off. You're going to pay less than $10 for a week of picks. You just use the link down below in the description to go to my winnable page, and then in the checkout, use code NBA. The other option, sign up with any of the apps I tell you about in this video. Any of the apps that are down below in my Stand Store. There's a link for my Stand Store in the description. You go there. There's 4 or 5 different apps with sign-up bonuses. If you sign up with any of them, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I will hook you up with a free week of VIP. On top of that, giving away a signed Paolo Banchero jersey this month. We do a giveaway every month, and all you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. This is a new channel for me, so it's really important that you guys show some love and help that algorithm start working in my favor. So appreciate you guys. Let's start getting into these picks. I'm starting right out with Paolo Banchero over 26.5, and this is purely a play like Paolo is a dog, and I expect him to come to play every night. You see, he dropped 36 in game 1, and you might say, yeah, that's way over his average. His season average is 25.9. He was injured earlier in the season. Over these last 30 games, he's averaging 27.9, right? And what I want to look at is when you go back to last season. Last season, he averaged 22.6 points a game. He ended the season averaging about 22 points a game over the last 30. And he only hit 26.5. He only hit that 6 times over the last 30 games. In the playoffs, though, he hit it 4 out of 7 games, and his average in the playoffs shot up 5 points from his regular season average. This dude shows up when it matters. He shows up in the playoffs, and if we look at, right, he had a 5-point jump in the playoffs last year. When you look at either of these numbers, 25.7 or the 27.5 that he's been averaging, right, you add 5 to that and he's hitting over 30 a game if we see that same trend that we saw last year of how he performed from the regular season to the playoffs. We already saw it in game 1 where he dropped 36 on the Celtics. He went 14 for 27, super efficient, 4 for 7 from 3. He only got to the free throw line 6 times, which he typically gets to the free throw line more. I like Paolo to keep dropping points on him, guys. Really, he is their hope. They're going to have to get some Wagner, some other players to chip in if they want to have any chance of winning a game, but I see Paolo dropping 30 again, easy. Next, we are pairing that up with Jaylen Brown over 3.5 assists. And this is really a play of how he does without Tatum. Tatum's doubtful for this game. I don't expect Tatum to play. You can see over here he's not even listed as an option because he's not supposed to play. So when we look at Jaylen Brown's assists per game with Tatum out this year, he's hit this in all 7 games with Tatum out. And there's only even been 1 game where he hit 4. Every other game it's been 5 or more. He's averaging 6.3 assists a game when Tatum doesn't play. One of those games was against the Magic, and he had 4 assists in that game. That was his lowest total, but still. He's hit it in every game that he played that Tatum didn't. And in general, he's hitting it 60% of the time anyway. But without Tatum on the floor, I love this play. I am locking this in over 3.5. You can see we did give up a little value here. It's minus 164, so it's going to be a little bit of a decreased payout. But when you consider he's hit it 7 out of 7 games without Tatum on the floor, he becomes one of the primary playmakers. I love that. And then I'm taking Anthony Black over 2.5 rebounds. We took this last game. It cashed easy. I'm looking at it again. Over the last 30 games, he's hit it in 2/3 of them, right? And when we look over the last 17 games, there's only been 3 where he didn't go over this. Only 3 where he didn't get at least 3 rebounds. You can also see guards are they're hitting their rebound line 67% of the time. And Anthony Black's a taller guard. I want to say he's like 6'7". So he's built well for rebounding. And when we look head to head, he's had 4 more rebounds in every game against the Celtics this year, right? He only played 14 minutes in that game. So that's a really low minute total for him compared to what he typically plays. So even with only 14 minutes, he still had 8 rebound chances and 4 rebounds. I'd be a little concerned if it was like 5 rebound chances and 4 rebounds, because that's not sustainable. But the fact that he had 8 chances, I feel really good taking him over 2.5 rebounds. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 4.6x for this on this app, guys. This is one of my favorite apps out there. They get their lines out super early. They have great payouts. Even though this is a little bit lower for a 3-man, it's because we had 2 picks on there that have decreased payouts. But in general, if you compare their payout for any combination to any other app, it's usually comparable or better. They also give us tons of different promos. I think I've gotten 7 or 8 50, 60% promo boosts over the last week, profit boosts over the last week, discounted picks, and then they also have a great sign-up bonus where they will double that first deposit up to $1,000 when you use code BWADE. Take advantage of it, and then send me a screenshot on Instagram. I'll hook you guys up with a free week of VIP. It's a win-win. You get that bonus money, you get the free picks, you start to tail with us. On top of that, signed Paolo jersey. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. You'll be entered to win that. It's the 6th autographed jersey I'm giving away. We do one every month here. At the end of every month, there is some sort of autographed jersey to be given away. So make sure that you subscribe so that you can stay tuned and continue to be entered to win those. Let's get into these next 2 picks. So I'm going to be really transparent. These last 2 picks I took in the last game, and I'm taking them again because they cashed so easily, and nothing has changed, and the prices haven't changed much. So Ty Jerome, we're going over 11.5. Now this was priced at like 8.5, 9.5 last game. I mean, you can see he's hit this in what, 9 straight games. I think people were concerned about what his playing time would be like. He had 26 minutes. He shot 15 shots. He went 5 for 8 from 3. Like, do we need 28 points again? No. But he's hit this in 23 of the last 30 games, guys. Ty Jerome is a dog. He comes off the bench, but he gets good minutes. He's hit this consistently. He's hit it in all 4 games against the Heat this year. I'm locking this one in. You also see similar players are hitting their lines 60% of the time against the Heat. Like, all of the data aligns for us to feel pretty good about this pick, and he actually scores 31% of his points in the paint in this area, which is actually their worst defensive area. Not many players take advantage there. A lot of players are either scoring in the restricted area or out from 3, right? But Ty Jerome scores a good amount in this area where they are 24th in the NBA. That's like 6th, 7th worst in the NBA at defending that territory. So that's also a strong advantage for this matchup. Love Ty Jerome over 11.5, and we are partnering that up with Davion Mitchell over 20.5 PRA. His defensive prowess alone keeps him on the court, right? They keep him on the court because he's a dog, because he is able to lock down whoever he's playing on. And he played 34 minutes in this last game, so his minutes actually increased from what he was seeing during the season. And he's hit this in 8 out of the last 10 games, 11 out of the last 14 games. He's hitting it really consistently. We look head to head. He hadn't hit it in the previous 4, but he's locked in right now. You see the type of numbers he's putting up, and it's really well-rounded, right? Points, assists, rebounds. He's hitting all those lines pretty consistently, which is why I wanted to take PRA, because even if one maybe falls off a little bit, the other statistical categories usually pick it up. And with the way he's playing right now, people want to get him the ball because he's playing so good on defense. He's playing confidently, and they're keeping him on the court, and he's getting minutes because of the way he's playing defense. So Love Davion Mitchell over 20.5 PRA. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 3x for this, and I actually found an app where we got Ty Jerome at 11 points instead of 11.5. So that half point can always make a difference. If he lands on 11, we get a push instead of a chalk. And this is a great app. They have really competitive lines. I can usually find different props priced a half point lower on Dabble, so I always shop on there. And then they have a great sign up bonus where they are going to give you $25 just for signing up, no deposit required. You sign up, use code BWadePicks, or just use the link that's down below in my stand store, and they put 25 bonus dollars in your account to play with. You don't have to make any sort of deposit. So if you need some money to play with, check out Dabble. This promo isn't going to last forever with Dabble. They usually only put it up for a few weeks. Right now I think it's up for the NBA playoffs. So it is going to go away. If you don't have Dabble yet, make sure to take advantage of this while it's still $25 because it will go back down to 10. And look, you don't have to put anything in the account. You get 25 bonus dollars to play with. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you can be entered to win that signed Paolo jersey. Appreciate you. Let's make some money.